who's out of the lineup for second straight days, or just kind of lingering soreness?
Yeah, probably the hope and the prediction was maybe a late pinch hit availability yesterday, play today. Unfortunately, the more realistic circumstances are yesterday was a good day to stay away from it at all with throwing and swinging involved. Today, I think a pinch hit opportunity is available at the end of the game, and then again, hopefully he's playing tomorrow. So just kind of a day longer setback, I think, again, by nature of where it actually hit, kind of the feel.
Is it more the throwing that's affecting him right now?
Probably more, that's probably more the lingering deal right now.
Anything new on your guys seeking second opinions?
What's that again?
Anything new on the guys seeking second opinions? Trevor or Harrison?
I think McDonald's talked, to his guy. I know Bader last night. It was a Sunday night. The doctor was willing to visit with him. So he's been in communication with our medical staff on stuff, but I don't think anything definitive on both guys. But the assessment has been kind of thrown out there. So all the information's there.
We talked to you post-game yesterday about the running out of challenges. Just going back to the spring, has there been any change in the way you've handled
No, I mean,
tell guys?
We've talked about it, and we do a daily reflection, I guess, if you want to call it that, on what transpired today. So more times than not, it's about getting with the individual, and almost always it's with the catcher. Talked a couple times in the offensive meetings. I think the one thing that's understood is, and this isn't, the umpires aren't trying to do anything different. It's just the game becomes a little different for your side when you don't have any. And it's been in our favor that way a couple times too when the other team is out early. So just some of the obvious observations, and probably the most proactive thing is, again, the daily reflection of all the either missed opportunities or successful opportunities, and when there's something glaring there, to visit with the catchers on it.
With the free rookie catchers, how do you go about kicking who's going to start on a daily basis? Is it matchups with pitcher? Is it matchups against opposing pitcher?
I think really the two things that are most involved is keeping guys fresh and then matching up with the starting pitcher from the other team. A little bit of the X factor is sometimes who's throwing for us. But all of our pitchers, I'll go to them 2 days before they're going to start. Sometimes Robbie and Webby both got on the mound today. Sometimes right after then, because they're thinking about their next start. Is there a big preference? And to be honest with you, there's not. Sometimes, guys have said, well, if you're picking two names out of the hat, I'd lean maybe a little bit more on this guy, and it's usually because they've thrown to him more often. But that's kind of a deeper asterisk, or whatever you want to call it. It's mainly trying to rotate them, keep them fresh, and a little bit of the matchup that goes on. And the one thing I'd say is, if I'm not mistaken, we're sitting at 500 with those three catchers. I'm well aware that our record is not at 500, but those three guys are really exciting. They're good present day, but I think their future's really bright, and they're ambitious about learning, anytime there's a chance to, whether it's ABS or not, and kind of take confidence and get excited in the fact that, like I said, that record's what it is now, and hopefully they can push well ahead of that by the end of the season.
Have you been keeping tabs on what Trenton Harris has been doing down at AAA?
Yeah, we've kind of talked about that as of late. Really, the whole group. Again, there's runway there, but the season is kind of coming to an end. So, what do some guys need to accomplish by the end of the year, and then also who's got a head of steam ahead of them that can potentially help us here?
Seems like you've been getting stretched out a little bit. You and him as kind of a rotation now.
Yeah, there's Whitman's kind of had a little variance in role too, and. I just think there's possibility of looking at a different way for him to go out there and attack. And, he's a swingman. He's capable of doing both for sure.
Is there a chance with Chapman in this series?
Probably not. I would make that a safer bet. If it were this series, it would be Wednesday.
Is still no rehab assignment most likely? Or
I don't think that'll happen. Whether it's my place to say or not, I don't think that's necessary for him. I think when he comes back, he'll have a fresh mind and a fresh body, and I think our medical staff has done a really good job of doing a bunch of different. The other day, he had a 5-pronged workout that was pretty intense. They've done a pretty good job of getting him past that point, which you would achieve at the AAA level, of just making sure you're exerting yourself and you can get through it and you feel good. So I think that's kind of going on here. Be Wednesday at the earliest, but I would kind of bet on San Diego at this point. I think that's a safe bet as opposed to speculating.